DJB back with another one, baby. Listen up. Alright, so now the joint is recorded on my computer, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick out the parts that I think should fit or would work with what I have in mind. Alright. So after I pick out the parts I want, I will go ahead and use Sonar to get the tempo locked for the track that I have in mind. I'll also go ahead and adjust the key at this. So once I'm finished with Sonar, and I got the sample timed out and tempoed out, and I've adjusted the pitch or the key to my liking, I'll go ahead and dump it into a waveform at this tempo and at this pitch. Alright, so here we have the waveform, the stereo waveform, hence the two waveforms left and right. This is the file that I had exported from Sonar after I had locked the tempo in and adjusted the key. This program I'm using right here is called Recycle. Now I'm able to make my chops and slices. So here's the first chop, second chop, third slice. So that was only one of the parts of the songs that I decided to grab. I actually grabbed 4 or 5 more parts, and with each of those parts, I'll go ahead and do the same thing. I'll tempo it out and time it out in Sonar, and adjust the key in Sonar, and I'll go ahead and dump it into Recycle just like I showed you here, and do the same thing for each part. Here's another part to the track right here. Alright, so now I have my samples all chopped up and set. It's time to make the track. Alright, so here is Reason. This is the Reason software program right here. As you can see, it's kind of like a virtual rack, and these blue squares here, you can kind of see my cursor. That is what I use to load the samples in. It's called a Dr. Rex loop player, so you can actually hear the loops. Here's the first one. The second one. Alright, so here we go with the track. And I will be using my MPD-16 for the drums. And if you can't see it, kinda there it is. I don't know how the lighting is or whatnot, but here we go. Alright, so now that I got the kick drum and snare laid in, I'm going to go ahead and insert, get the hat sounds. There you go. Here are the samples laid out, programmed to the MPD-16. Alright, here we go. Here's a sample. So we're going to go ahead and play this out and record it. Second sample is recorded. I left it 1 bar short because another snippet of that sample that I have is actually a drum fill, or it's kind of a fill before a build up into the hook. The sample goes like this, and I'm actually just going to play it in that order. So from the original sample, this part of the sample I'm not going to touch. I'm going to leave as is. I did tempo it out and lower the key or drop the pitch when I was in Sonar, but as far as rearranging or playing the sample, I'm actually just going to leave it as is. For this part, I'm going to put in some piano. This is where the piano builds up before the hook comes in. Not the hook, but it's the pre-hook. So here we go. Is the hook part, and it's where the flutes come in. Here's the original sample. So I'm gonna play it out. Here we go. Alright, so you basically got the chord structure of the track and how I go about sampling and chopping things up and layering my own instruments with the sample. There were a couple other things that I added to this track. It add some phaser type strings, give it some depth. What else? Yeah, some scratch sound effects. It goes nice fills. This type of fill. Basically the gist of it. If any of you guys out there looking for tracks, definitely holler at me through YouTube or MySpace. So yeah, that's it. Till next time.